Hi, this is Kimberly Phillips, and this is my video file for the internship application for the Center for Great Apes. Question 1. How did you hear about the Center for Great Apes? 7 years ago, I had the opportunity to go to Borneo and work for 2 months on an orangutan sanctuary. When I got back from the United States, I knew that I wanted to continue that type of volunteer work. So I looked on the internet and found the Center for Great Apes. I got my occupational therapy license for Florida, and I found a job in Wauchula and started volunteering at the center. Why are you applying for an internship at the Center for Great Apes? Its well-known reputation, its multiple accreditations. When I was a volunteer there, the staff were very knowledgeable and friendly and helpful. And it just had an energy about it that was very peaceful and calming. And that's why I'd like to go back and do an internship there. What are your interests in animals, specifically primates? I have always been interested in animals ever since I was a little girl. I grew up on a farm in North Carolina, and I remember if anyone asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I'd tell them I wanted to be a veterinarian and drive a station wagon with one wood paneled siding, which was very cool in the 1960s. So I think it was just something that I was born with. Specifically primates, I think it began when I watched a documentary on Coco the signing gorilla. And from there, I just got interested in all types of apes. I read books on Jane Goodall, Diane Fossey, Baruti, Galdikas, watched documentaries, really good, knowledgeable documentaries, and then some documentaries that showed how cruel people can be to animals, especially primates. And it just broke my heart. And it's just something that I knew I wanted to do. We owe it to them. And I just have a connection. Again, it's just something that's innate with apes. Have you ever worked with chimpanzees, orangutans, or other primates before? Yes, I worked again at Sepalak Orangutan Rehabilitation Center in Borneo, the Center for Great Apes, and then the Wildlife Way Station in Los Angeles. Have I ever worked with other animals? Yes, I worked with sun bears when I was in Borneo. I also, when I was at the Wildlife Way Station, worked with lions, tigers, bears, baboons, goats, llamas, an ostrich, and a zebra. Let's see. Do you have any volunteer experience? Apart from the Wildlife Way Station, Sepalak, and the Center for Great Apes, I volunteer at our local Humane Society. What skills, experience, or talent would you bring or offer to the center? I have a knowledge of how orangutans act in the wild from my experience in Borneo. I remember one time when I was volunteering at the center, some of the caretakers were concerned about an orangutan that was regurgitating food onto his arm and then re-ingesting it. They didn't know if he was sick or if that's something that they do in the wild. And it is. I was told by one of the locals they will find a leaf, and if they can regurgitate on a leaf and then re-ingest it, they'll do that. If not, they'll use their arm. I also am an advanced Reiki practitioner, and I have worked Reiki on domestic animals, dogs, cats. It's something that I would like to pursue with other animals. I was also the coordinator of special events and projects at the North Carolina Zoological Park. So I have experience planning events, including the opening of a brand new exhibit, the Sonoran Desert, a governor's reception, and just various weekend events, especially in June during National Zoo and Aquarium Month. Let's see. What do you hope to learn or gain from an internship at the Center for Great Apes? Anything and everything. I'd like to learn more about the care of great apes, things like nutrition, behavior, healthcare, and training. What are your short and long-term goals? Do they include primates or other animals? Yes, they do. My short-term goals, I want to continue donations to the Orangutan Land Trust. The palm oil plantation is just decimating Borneo. We went on a field trip. It took us 2 hours to get there in Borneo, and for 2 hours, we only saw palm oil plantations. So I want to keep educating people on palm oil and conservation, especially to the younger generation. Let's see. I will be taking online classes at the Animal Behavior Institute in Durham, North Carolina, to learn more education about animal behavior. I'm going to continue volunteering at the Humane Society as long as it's safe. Let's see. And I want to help in any way I can to pass a law banning the exotic animal trade in North Carolina. We're one of only 4 states that still allow that. My long-term goal is just to simply have a career in taking care of animals, either in a sanctuary or zoo environment. And that's question 9. I think that's it, and I hope I answered all of your questions to your specifications. Thank you.